Hello all. Before we begin the video, let's discuss CloudFoundation. CloudFoundation is the premier online training platform to help individuals and organizations gain knowledge and skills in the ever-growing cloud computing industry.
Here, yeah. Token-based authentication. Issue token and revoke token. REST services for token-based authentication. Yeah. That's where that zero off. All you know those. Functions are used. Zero auth right. You're talking about 1.2 and 2. Oh, that is the one. Yeah, usually they ask about. Yeah, zero off. 1.2. Oh, right, yeah. So that's the standard for accessing the right. Correct. So you have this token-based authentication. So what happens is whenever you generate. You can generate tokens here by providing these details. So, as soon as we enter the details, I can maybe show you the existing one, which do you have by any chance? Do you have a cheat sheet saying that this is the first thing you have to do? The first thing you have to set up, authorization. Then go to the next step by step. For doing using a RESTful API or the token part is common. Whether you go with SOAP API or REST API. Token-based authentication is common. So first thing, whenever you set up your Netsuite instance and integration is a picture, be it SOAP-based integration or REST API first thing. Whenever you set up your Netsuite instance, thing you do is generate tokens and share it with the team, be it middleware team or the third-party application. So you share the token details with them. So that is common, irrespective of the API type. Now, this is only once right. This is one per instance, so you can share it with them. And there are two ways. 1. You can generate it with the admin access, like somebody who is Application admin can generate token and share it with them. Or we can have a custom admin, sort of a role which is specific to integration, which can be we can generate it with that role. Also, like most of the companies, when they don't want to, have the entire admin privileges. For integration, you can have a custom admin. When I said we have, it is similar to admin, but you kind of remove certain privileges which admin has, and then generate, create a custom role, and then generate tokens using that role. So, for example, if you don't want to show the middleware team any financial report or your any balance sheet information or anything, you can remove those roles or remove those permissions from the role. And then you can generate a custom role. Otherwise, admin is also okay. I think that should be okay, because that is again the entire thing is depends. This entire thing is based on the company policy and the security part, because it's the data security and privacy part. So whichever works, based on that, we can have the role and then, against the rule or using that rule, we can have the present generated. Okay, so, for example, I must have created this situation right. So if you, I know we. So the only thing is, as soon as you create integration here, only at the time of creation, only it will show you the credentials or the token details here. You will not be able to retrieve it again. So what happens is as soon as you create an integration, here you'll have to. You can just go. You, as an admin or whoever is generating tokens, can copy the token details and keep it with them in a secured place. From next week you will not be able to retrieve it. You'll have to generate a new token. Only that's the only way. You cannot retrieve the old information. Okay. So what I will do, you can see here. I will generate a new token. Let's say REST. Can you go back again from the first step? How do you generate the tokens? Yeah, so you go to Setup, OK Integration. Manage Integration and click on New. OK. When I click on New, this is the page which opens. So I'll call it a name, let's say REST API. OK, so I have enabled scope as a REST and REST web services and I will save it. This is a token-based authentication, right? So as soon as it is saved you can see these two values copy. So I'll have copied it here. Let me save it here. So you got the consumer key and consumer secret right. Now, using the same role, we'll go to the home page. Here you have Manage Access Token here. The new My Access Token application name. What was the name of the application? REST API Integration Demo, right? And click Save. User has exceeded the number of access. Okay, for this role, I will have to. Maybe I can delete something. Rebook token can be changed, so you can delete. Yeah. So now you have this access token details. First we got the consumer key and consumer secret. Now you have token ID and token secret. So these are the 4 parameters for values, right? So this is what you need whenever you need to integrate with NetSuite. Right now we have generated it with an integration which supports only REST, but similarly we can have for SOAP APIs as well. Now the next step is to have the REST script created, right? So what? This is a sample script. So what we are doing here, we will pass a parameter in. So you have this get function and post function. I'm taking only these two. So in get, as I told you, whenever you have a get HTTP request, this function will trigger. and whenever you have post HTTP request. So yeah, I was talking about this get and post function. Right. So and this is a very small example. We are. So you just have to, you just have to define those modules and just keep using it. So you have to start with a function record error. No, that is the same. That is the same everywhere. You have define keyword where you define the modules. And then you take their object in the assets here. And then the actual function thing gets started. So we have in this thing, we have a get function and a post function. Okay. So what we are doing in get. Get is to retrieve the record. Retrieve any information, be it record or any custom record type or any list or field information, anything.
And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.